The Irish Banshee is a supernatural being in Gaelic folklore. Her lonesome screaming and wailing in the night is thought to warn others that death is coming. But what exactly is it? Join us as we unravel the mystery of the Irish Banshee. Light a candle, dim the lights. Let's open the case. The Irish Banshee is a creature that foretells death. For many years, people would attribute omens to the arrival of the Banshee, including the appearance of crows, phantom knocks, scratching on the windows, and the howling of dogs outside of a sick person's house. Some accounts talk of an old woman walking by the windows or peering inside properties. It's important to note that the Banshee only warns of death. It does not commit the act. An extraordinary amount of cases report that her wailing and sobbing has an inhuman length and sound to it. It's not actually known how a Banshee knows that a death is soon, but an old belief in some regions of Ireland suggests that every family member has a spirit observer which goes to the Banshee when death is imminent. Allegedly, the Banshee has been seen in many forms. Sometimes she is seen as a small old woman with tattered clothes and long, knotted, dirty hair. Other times, she is spotted as a beautiful young woman, wringing her hands with her head bowed down. Her face is covered by long white hair, and she wears a cloak and sobs uncontrollably. One of the reasons as to why the Banshee takes on different forms is possibly because there are believed to be both good and bad Banshees. Good Banshees appear almost ethereal, beautiful, with a soft, haunting, singing voice. It is believed their sobbing and singing come from a genuine sorrow for the person about to pass. She is believed by some to be an ancestor of the person about to pass. Thus, the Banshee herself is grieving. Bad Banshees, on the other hand, are believed to have a reason to hate their own families. They appear as grotesque old women filled with hatred. Her screams, laughing and sobbing are supposedly one of the scariest sounds a human ear will ever hear. This is how modern media portrays Banshees. Many eyewitness accounts agree on one feature though: her red eyes. Red from the constant sobbing. She glides over the ground, her clothes rippling in the wind and dragging along the floor. Instead of footsteps, only the sound of her clothes dragging can be heard. Her wailing is usually heard by the local community of a person who is passing away, which includes neighbours or anybody who knows that a person is close to death. If the dying person is of pure Irish descent, the community would, in some cases, gather and try to listen for the Banshee's wails. Some reports state that on the final day before death, the Banshee is heard sobbing, whilst other reports say that the Banshee can be heard for days before. Interestingly, according to a few reports, deaf people can hear her cries too. There are numerous accounts of the Banshee visiting and being physically seen by the local community. It is believed the Banshee only visits families of pure Irish descent with traditional Irish surnames to warn of a coming death. Some of the surnames that the Banshee allegedly haunts include the O's, Murphys, Kellys, Burns, Mahams, Nugents. In some regions, children are told to not pick up combs that are found left on the floor, particularly ones with teeth missing or ones made of silver, as these are believed to be the Banshee's combs, the combs that Banshees use to brush their long, knotted hair. There are numerous accounts of the Banshee being seen combing her hair while softly crying. If a person sees a Banshee, they are supposed to leave her to her business and get on with their own. When seen, the Banshee creates a sound much like a bird's wings flapping and becomes a mist-like entity that vanishes. Interestingly, there aren't many accounts of the Banshee crying over females. Supposedly, the first stories of the Banshee originate in the 8th century. They were based on the practice of keening. Keening comes from the Gaelic word keenu, which means crying. Keening was the tradition of singing and sobbing through raw emotion after somebody had passed. No two keenings were ever the same. Until the first half of the 20th century, when somebody passed away in Ireland and Scotland, the social practice of keening took place. In Ireland, usually 3 older women experienced in keening would sometimes be paid with alcohol to keen at a funeral or wake to help the living to grieve. It is believed that through keening, the deceased soul would find it easier to leave the body and thus depart this world. Some Irish people believe that the women who conducted the keening were actually banshees because they accepted alcohol as payment for keening, which some considered to be a sin. They were thus then cursed to stay on earth and continue their job as punishment. Interestingly, the cries of the keeners that once sang in County Kerry are said to have been horrifically similar to that of the Banshee. The Banshee is a massive part of Irish folklore, and we hope you have enjoyed this video and learned something new. We implore you to look up keening, as it was a fascinating practice to learn and hear. Have you ever heard a Banshee cry? Or perhaps you've seen one? Please share your stories below, as we would love to read them. And please consider subscribing, as you won't want to miss the next case.